Jürgen is about to seal his first transfer to Liverpool. Liverpool are looking into the summer transfer window to improve their roster after a disappointing campaign last season, and now a new update has surfaced for a potential transfer target. It is stated that Liverpool's interest in Robin Koch has increased. According to recent reports, Liverpool are one of many Premier League clubs looking to sign Leeds United centre-back Robin Koch this summer. According to the reported information, both Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur held talks with the representatives of the recently relegated player. Brentford, Newcastle United and Liverpool are also named as interested parties. It was claimed by German sources that there was a relegation clause in Koch's contract, meaning he could be present with a free transfer. But some sources denied that this was the case. Football Insider previously revealed that there will be a potential asking price of around £15 million. So would Robin Koch be a good fit for Liverpool? After failing to maintain his high standards both at home and in Europe last season, Jürgen Klopp has made no secret of his desire to greatly improve his Liverpool squad this summer. But the top priority will be to strengthen the midfield depth. The Reds have already signed Alexis Mac Allister from Brighton and Hove Albion. However, Nice are also reportedly prioritizing a deal for midfielder Khéphren Thuram. But there is definitely room for improvement in the defensive setup as well. As Joel Matip enters the final year of his contract at the club, Virgil van Dijk will turn 32 before Premier League football returns in August. Matip's contract will expire next year and is on the agenda for sale this summer. His sale will create a vacuum in the defense, which has led to links to talented defenders Joska Gvardiol and Mickey van der Ven, but for Koch, a move seems unlikely to improve the defensive options at Klopp's disposal next season. No other team in the Premier League has conceded more goals than Leeds during the 38-game campaign. That doesn't give their defenders full confidence to rise to the top flight on a highly competitive team. Comparing Koch's performance last season to Van Dijk, Matip, Ibrahima Konate, and Joe Gomez, the German defender failed to outperform any of the Liverpool first-team players in a number of traits, including pass completions, takeoffs, and shot creations. However, he outperformed them in won fights, blocks, interceptions and gaps. But this only shows that the Leeds defenders are under pressure from the opponents and are exposed to much more balls than Liverpool's backline. The 26-year-old actor faced criticism for his performance at the end of last season. But there is still a belief in its potential. However, it won't be a big priority for new sporting director Jürgen to strengthen his defensive options this summer unless there is a great opportunity to improve the options available on the roster. However, the potential of Koch, whose cost is quite low, has impressed the German sporting director. Milner's huge void is filled with Benjamin Pavard. Liverpool continue to cling to speculation over a possible transfer of Bayern Munich right-back Benjamin Pavard, according to recent reports. So what's the latest on Benjamin Pavard's move to Liverpool? According to German sources, the France national team player may be part of a major summer uprising in Bavaria as Thomas Tuchel wants to reunite the Bayern side that won their 11th consecutive Bundesliga title. While Pavard's contract is set to expire in a year, the exit claims Jürgen Klopp's Red signing came to the fore after the player revealed his desire to leave the Allianz Arena. For Pavard, which is touted for just €32 million, Liverpool wants to be a part of that deal by catching one of Europe's best fullbacks relatively cheap and enriching their talent pool after a lackluster campaign. We left behind a period when Trent Alexander-Arnold made a lot of mistakes last season. He stood out all season with serious mistakes on the defensive side and British talent could hardly rest. The lack of alternative was also a part of this formlessness. However, towards the end of the season, Klopp gave him a new role and he recently appeared in the national team again as a midfielder. His effective midfield performance was certainly a tempting recital for Klopp. That's why Klopp wants to use Arnold more in the midfielder role next season. There's also already a requirement at Anfield to strengthen the ranks and provide the club with fresh firepower after a lackluster campaign. Liverpool have fallen by the wayside this year, failing to qualify for the Champions League for the first time in 7 seasons, and now the goal is to return to the forefront of the continental pack and seek silver-laden success once again. And to do that, having a star like Pavard on the market is quite advantageous. Pavard can add a new dimension to the right flank, offer a bulwark and challenge the English international for a starting berth in Klopp's system. He can also come in handy as a central defender when summoned. Pavard's transfer also means Arnold can get more time in midfield. Pavard was also hailed as a real talent by Thomas Hitzelsperger. Mid-half Joe Gomez is dynamic and has the ability to occupy the defensive right flank. But after a largely dismal year, he was told by journalist Huey Levi that he was in a football nightmare. Experienced James Milner, who has often replaced Alexander-Arnold at right back, transferred to Brighton and Hove Albion after his contract at Anfield expired. The 37-year-old player had become a loyalist for the Reds. He made 332 appearances in a glorious period in Liverpool's history. The vacuum left by Milner could clearly represent a marked development that Pavard has called one of the best by Uli Hoeneß. According to FBref, the 2018 World Cup champion is among the top 5% fullbacks for goals in Europe's top 5 leagues last year. He also placed in the top 3% for pass completion, the top 1% for progressive passes, the top 4% for interceptions and the top 9% for gaps per game. He is much more robust and 10 years younger than Milner. It could prove to be a worthwhile purchase to reignite the Anfield fire and bring Klopp's outfit to the top. The Liverpool defender took another injury hit ahead of his potential summer move. Liverpool defender Sepp van den Berg suffers another injury that will make him miss the European Under-21 Championship. A muscle problem will keep the Reds midfielder away from the Netherlands' pursuit of success in Georgia and Romania. Another disappointing sign has been added in a difficult 12 months for van den Berg. He spent last season away from Liverpool on loan with German club Schalke and are back in Bundesliga 2. He had spent most of the campaign on the sidelines after suffering a serious ankle injury in October. After undergoing surgery to correct the problem, he was back in time to take part in Schalke's survivability in the final stages of the season. In May, the 21-year-old announced that his future would not be determined until the European Under-21 Championship, which kicks off on Wednesday. The Netherlands Under-21 teams played a goalless draw against Japan this week in their friendly match. But reports in his hometown of Numbers claimed that van den Berg would now miss the tournament due to injury, calling it a huge loss. I hope to qualify for the U21 European Championship in the summer. Only then will it be decided where I will play next season. Some moments it's hard and stressful not knowing which country I'll be living in a few months. You want to settle in one place. If one day my home club Liverpool tell me I can stay and get my kits, that would be great, but now I'm at Schalke and I want the team to achieve our goal of standing. I will return to Liverpool to talk about the near future, van den Berg said last month.